Call It What It Is with Jessica Capshaw and Camilla Luddington, an iHeartRadio podcast. Well, hello. Hello, Call It crew, and welcome to another episode of Call It What It Is,
where you can hear us and see us if you'd like to tune into YouTube. Do you tune into YouTube? Do you pull up YouTube?
Do we sound so like
old?
Yeah. Yeah. Just log into AOL dial-up and then find us on YouTube. Okay, Jessica, we are still swimming in the aftermath. Are you still in the Taylor Swift shirt?
The one she sent me?
Yes.
Why would I take that off?
Okay, I'm noticing that you've been wearing it for a not normal amount of time, and that's fine.
I'm a very clean person. I keep it nice and tidy. I see no reason to take it off.
Totally fine.
I'm living the life of a showgirl, Camilla. I'm living the life of a showgirl.
Before we get into our guest,
yes,
can we talk a little bit, because we did just talk about the premiere episode of Grey's and 911. Yeah. I got online.
Yeah.
I was doing my looking around, looking at some questions, and I saw something come up a few times, and I wanted to ask you about it. Mm-hmm. And it was that people from the trailer were thinking that LeAnn Rimes' character, Dixie, that was not her son. Blue was not her son, that they were a couple. And it's gotten everyone talking about the ages of everybody, because you could be dating half of these people that you birthed.
Yeah. We don't do the math.
Oh, okay, good.
The math doesn't math. And we're in Hollywood and we're telling hyper real stories. And so I think we just stick with, let's not do the math. Okay. And let's just lean into the story, because Blue and Dixie are not lovers. They are, in fact, a mother and son.
Okay.
So let's just...
Okay, we're going to put that aside.
We're going to put that aside.
I have one more question. LeAnn Rimes, her song Blue, of course.
Uh-huh.
Was that the inspiration behind the character Blue being her son?
This is something that I've wondered as well, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it, because how I came to know LeAnn Rimes was through her, I think it was 13-year-old voice singing Blue, and she didn't sound like a 13-year-old, just like the soul and the spirit of that. Oh, that voice was just unbelievable. And it was called Blue. Her first single was called Blue, and her son in the show is, I would not put that above anyone. And if it's not intentional, then that's some universe talking to you kind of stuff.
It's got to be. Okay, find out for us.
Yeah, okay, I'll report back.
Okay, today we get to welcome our first guest, now that we've got a YouTube going.
I love it.
Anthony Hill, welcome to Call It What It Is.
Welcome.
I'm here. I can't believe it.
You're here. And
I feel so special to be the first YouTube guest. This is crazy talk.
I know.
It's big for us too.
It's big. We were working together all yesterday, and I was like, and we were going until late. And I said to him, I was like, listen, I know it's an early, jumping into a podcast tomorrow because it's 8 a.m. or whatever. If you need to sleep, I understand. He was like, no, absolutely not. I'm going to be there.
Oh,
and that's why I love him.
It's a big deal. Come on now.
Come on.
This is amazing. Look at y'all, man. You're killing it.
Oh my gosh, please. Well, I love you. I'm such a fan. I love your character. I love everything that you bring to it. And I also noticed when I was doing my little, digging around about who you are and how you came to be on Grey's Anatomy, that you and I share something in common about our journeys to Grey's, which was that, is it true that you did not audition just once?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Wait, I don't know this.
Yeah. I auditioned 3 times.
Me too.
Yeah, and I booked one of them, a guest star, and then I was out of town.
Shut up! Which guest star?
It was a patient's husband, and the patient had worms in her stomach or something.
Thank God you didn't get that.
Yeah,
what?
I know, and I was I was in Atlanta, and I was testing, or it was a producer session for Life Sentence, which was a show on CW, and I could not make it back. They changed the schedule, as Grey's tends to do, and they're like, "We need you tomorrow." And I was like, I can't. And they were like, "Okay, we got to pass on you and go to the next person."
Oh my God.
That was like 2018, 2017.
Wow.
Oh, then our paths could have crossed.
Yeah, they could have.
I was there then.
Very
there then.
briefly.
That's wild.
This is
Very
so
briefly.
crazy. I feel like you're not the first person that's told a story like that.
Really?
Well, but I was going to say, so that is exactly my story. I auditioned for it 3 times. And I think,
But Jessica, you didn't book anything. His story is
see
that
how
you
this
booked the
goes?
job. Your story is that you didn't book it at all.
what are you talking
You didn't even book a guest star.
What are you talking about? What? I mean, what?
So it's not the same story, is it?
Not quite, but I mean, the number of times.
No, exactly. But the one that I don't know how far you've gone back into the the annals of Grey's Anatomy, but one of the parts that I did not get was Nurse Rose, who was very, very, very disliked because she came in between Derek and Meredith, which was like a phew. Thank God I didn't book that.
Yeah.
And then the second one was Melissa George's character, who was a friend of Meredith's that came in and also wasn't disliked, but just was sort of short-lived. And I was like,
yes.
whew, thank goodness. And then I came on Third Time's a Charm as Arizona and was booked for 3 episodes and then stayed 10 years. So
Whoa. That's pretty cool.
When you auditioned, did you know that you were coming in as Maggie's husband to be?
No, not at all. It was supposed to be a little fling for the weekend at a convention, a conference that Maggie was going to with Teddy, and it was supposed to be 2 episodes ish. They told me possibly 3, and I was like, okay, cool. Did 1, and then the pandemic hit, and so
Is that how that worked? You did 1 and then we shut down?
it was a standalone. So it was way before the rest of the season had been shot. So they aired all these episodes, and then they finally aired the standalone, which I shot months before, and the pandemic started a week later after they aired it.
Wow. So was there concern on your side that you wouldn't be able to come back? Like
For
they would
sure.
just write you off?
I thought that it was a one and done, and I was okay with it because I was like, that was a fun experience.
Yeah.
And you know how we do. We're always validating our misery. And,
Yeah.
And it was like,
You know what? This pandemic's great.
just rehearsing the tragedy of never being hired again.
Yeah. They were like, it'll be 2 weeks and you can come back for the next episode, and then 2 weeks turned into a month,
Of
and then
course.
a month turned into
Yeah, it's into it
I was like,
forever.
this ain't happening, and that's okay. It was a fun episode. And then
Well, I have a personal question because I was thinking about you and Maggie. I have 2 questions. I was thinking about you and Maggie, and I was thinking about your wedding.
oh yeah.
And you know how I know about your wedding is because I watched it, and Joe Wilson wasn't invited. And so my question to you is, why wasn't Joe Wilson invited to your wedding?
See, here's the thing.
Oh, here we go.
What happened was quite simple.
Okay, sure.
Winston was new to the team, to the squad. Winston would have invited Joe.
You think so? Okay.
Now Maggie is who you should be asking.
Oh my God.
I gotta throw her under the bus for multiple
It's
reasons.
Maggie was in charge of the invites.
I think so. I mean,
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you.
She knew the whole hospital. Your
She
boy
did.
only knew a couple people.
Okay, this is right.
This is
okay,
a solid point.
This
Thank
is a
you.
solid point. Okay, now this is gonna be controversial for the fans.
Okay.
Do you prefer Winston married or single? Because I have an opinion on it.
Oh, you have an opinion. I also have an opinion.
Go.
I prefer him single. He's a fun guy. He's having a good time, and he's like standing on his own in a way that's like interesting. I'm gonna be honest with you. It felt kind of like a puzzle piece when he was with Maggie, because he was brought on as love interest, and that's completely fine. But he didn't really get to fly.
Yeah.
He's kind of flying a little bit now, and I love that. It's fun to play. It's interesting.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Do you?
In fact, I've told you that I kind of wish you were a little bit more slutty.
You did say that.
I did.
Early on. You're like, and
The season is young.
yeah, exactly.
that's true.
Season is young.
I feel like you pitched it secretly because they
That you
kind
were
of
slut?
Yeah, you just pitched that. That's you walked in for me and did that.
Did I? I just went into the writer's room and I was like, I got this amazing pitch. What if Winston is a slut?
Because they kind of
And
did
I just
that.
went out.
They kind of did that for a second.
Here's what I actually pitched.
Okay.
To you. I don't think I ever went to Meg,
Oh,
but
okay,
I
okay.
said, or maybe I did. Maybe I would have said it to Meg if she was around. I wanted you to have this whole bad boy era because we hadn't had a bad boy on the show. Like, I feel like Mark
Facts.
Sloan was our bad boy, but I
Yeah.
can't really think of like that
So steamy.
tonally character being around.
You have
Yeah.
to have so much charisma to get away with being
He has
And
it.
you do.
He's Hottie McHottie. He has charisma. He's smart on the show.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
this is our new bad
Interesting.
boy, but you're not a bad boy.
I mean, no, Winston's not a bad boy.
Let's talk about the premiere really quick before we
Okay.
get into personal stuff. Because I do want to, you do have some fantastic stories that you're bringing to the podcast today.
Allegedly.
Well, I think they're fantastic.
Okay.
I think that they'll think they're fantastic. Okay. You did, talking about being single, ready to mingle, at the end of the premiere, you almost had a smooch. In fact, I didn't remember that the end of the script was what it was. And so I fully thought in that moment you were going to kiss. Like, I was like, oh my God, it's happening. Because we watched it together.
Yes, we did. A little screening. Yeah, I think, yes, it was like heated. I didn't expect it to be so.
It was charged. Well, you walked into that room. You know that stuff happens in those rooms. You walk
Stuff
into that
happens
room
in
that
those little
small at the
closets.
hospital, and it's going to be
Oh,
sex.
yeah.
You
Don't
know,
go into a
you
closet
don't
with
go into
somebody.
closets. Not
Sex
at Grey
closets
Sloan.
at the hospital.
That's basically what they should be labeled.
It should be.
Yeah. Would you like some extra syringes and some sex?
They're on different
blanket
shelves.
or the sex?
Yeah, no, when we shot it, I was just trying to be as present as I could because Addie is incredible and had an emotional breakdown in that scene. And I just wanted to be as present as possible for her. I wasn't really thinking about the steaminess of it, which is why it caught me off guard when I watched it. I was like, oh, that was sexy. It was hot.
Yeah, it was charged.
Yeah,
it had
charged.
chemistry. I understand
Good
how
word, good
it's
word.
funny when you are playing something and you watch it back and you realize it translates even more so than like when you're in the moment of doing it.
I'm saying it was one of those moments, and I was like, oh. I like Addie was also at the screening. I looked across and I was like, did you realize that? And I don't think she did either. It was just beautiful.
But is it controversial to say I'm glad that you didn't kiss?
No, I don't think that's controversial because this is the show. The tease of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a slow burn, and I kind of like that.
That's smart.
Yeah, it's a nice mix because there's a lot of quick flings also, and I like the balance that we got going on here with this slow burn with Winston and Jules, and it is charged. I'm gonna keep using that word because that's solid.
Okay, what's his hang up?
What's Winston's hang up?
Yeah.
I think
Because he's
To
got a
do with
future
her.
slutty storyline.
Because
I know, but the issue is like professional mentor-mentee relationship. I know, but
I'm kidding.
it's an issue, man. And like these days,
yeah.
especially
In the real world.
like, yeah, in the real world, I think you gotta pay attention to those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And you gotta tread lightly and try to be as professional as possible. That's not interesting, but it is interesting when they're charged
Yes.
energies.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not
Yeah.
sure how professional we really are at Grey Sloan.
Oh, not at all. Are you kidding me?
Not remotely.
Never have been.
You're the only one being professional right now. But good for you.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
for you.
Do what I can. I do what I can. I try.
We need to talk about the fact that thank you for saving my husband.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Yes. Link lives another day.
It's weird that I can talk about this now.
I know.
I was like, for a second, I was like, oh, did I? Huh? But yeah, you're welcome.
How were you guys really carrying Chris down the stairs?
We were carrying that man, and he's like a heavy dude. He's just a thick man.
God.
He's like all muscle. And like we were carrying him on this thing for like 8 hours.
What the heck?
I know. And
They didn't sub out like somebody like lighter when you guys like at moments it was like a tighter shot.
we rehearsed with a dummy, and they were like, it's a heavy dummy. And we were like, okay. It
Not
was
as heavy as
so
him.
drastically different when they were like, action. We were like,
Oh my God.
yeah. And so we were in there. It's just a little cramped stairway. It wasn't a set. It was actually a little stairwell. They couldn't squeeze cameras in there. So everybody was just like, it was hot and nasty. 8 hours of carrying this man. He's all bloody and like there was
Yeah,
all kinds
he's
of.
chilling though.
He was big chilling.
yeah.
Matter of fact, I think he went like this a few times and was just
God,
relaxing.
so
Yeah.
annoying.
It was annoying.
Hands behind the head.
Yeah.
Just chilling. Except for when he
chilling.
stopped for little cry breaks.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
He had
Listen,
to-
we've all got to stop for cry breaks.
gotta stop for
sometimes,
quick. He
Jess.
really thought that he was going to maybe go. He thought
I know.
he thought his
That was
time was up.
really
And then he had to
sad,
talk.
man.
And he had to call you, Joe. And then you had to talk about how he needed to get a dog for protection.
Well, what's
big
interesting
dog.
is, and we talked about this, is you don't see the other side of these things being filmed. Like we
Yeah.
read them, and when I was watching it, it was so much more gory and bloody and awful than I had even pictured. And I just thought it was so.
Because on your end, you're like, "Hey, Link,
Yeah, I'm like, what's that? Yeah,
what's
right.
up, honey? Oh, you don't feel good?
Well, I think that it's different when you see the blood on the steps. You're like, that's like, this is like, it's gross. Like, it's crazy.
It was a lot of blood. It might have been too much.
Yeah, it was tough not to step in it. That's how much blood there was. And they were like, you can't track it everywhere. It's got to be a beautiful shot.
Oh,
and we were
yeah.
like, oh, okay. In this little cramped space. But it was visually shocking. Like,
Yeah, it really was. Okay, Chandra, poor Chandra, who, what is she, 5'1"? Not even? Is one of the people holding Chris Carmack down the stairs. As the dudes, as part of this, did you equal the weight where you're like, you got to pull your weight a little bit? Or did you kind of like, I want to understand the dynamic. Chandra, you're not lifting.
Chandra, come on. Do your part.
More.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, it was like, okay, it was me,
Kevin.
Kev, Jason, and then we had a firefighter who was there helping as well.
Okay,
who was, you gotta really look hard to find him in there because we kind of made the scene about us. I don't know why.
Yeah,
as one does. As one actor does.
As we tend to do.
Yeah.
And,
we need the ratings, guys.
Chandra eventually was just like holding the wire, the bags and the lines.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
So-
good.
Yes.
She was smart.
That's
She was
good.
like, I'll just hold these.
Yeah, good for her. You know what?
Oh,
That she's been on the show long enough to know
She
what
got
to
it
grab.
immediately. This is how you do it. And I learned a lesson that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you? Before we move on, what do you hope for your character this season?
Smooch, no smooch.
Oh, gosh.
Next time you get the opportunity for a smooch, do you think you're going for it?
I think so.
But
Yeah.
but is it with? But we don't know who it's with. Mm-hmm. It's just a smooch.
A smooch. A mysterious smooch.
There's going to be more.
Possibly. More sex closets. What'd you call it?
Sex closet.
Maybe that. But I would love that direction for the dude because it's like,
It's time.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be fun. It'd be interesting to watch that play out, especially if it's with a mysterious person. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could throw another
Well, here's my
layer.
note
Yeah.
to you as someone who's no longer in the Grey's universe is that they can be a mysterious other person, but they've got to be someone that the audience also loves and will root for you being with, because that's the Grey's magic. That's the staying power. That's the glue. The glue is if they root for you and they love you both.
That's good
You
stuff.
know?
That's the gorilla.
Because
glue.
when you're on for a long time, I had relationships I had obviously a main relationship that went, ups and downs and all arounds, and you have to take them apart to create something more, interesting or give them obstacles. But then it's really just because to give the audience the opportunity to root for them to be back together again.
Yeah, to yell at the screen.
Yeah, it's
I was
definitely-
yelling at the screen. I'm like, you need to give her a smooch. Someone died.
I heard,
so
I heard
rude.
you yell that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
I think we can also tease, and I have yet to say this, and you probably yet to say this. We have some fantastic stuff, dramatic stuff together this season.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Medical?
Whoa.
I'm not saying.
No comments. No comment.
Then it's not the sex closet.
We're not talking
Oh.
about the subject matter, Jessica.
Yeah,
we're just
we are.
teasing. There's some drama
Okay.
involving the two of us.
Drama. Is that how you spell it?
I don't know. I'm just an actor.
Drama. There's lots of it, man, and that's no joke. And this makes me want to talk about it more, but we can't.
I know we can't.
We can't, right?
Okay, I have questions. I have questions that were sent to us from the listeners.
Oh, really?
This one is ridiculous.
Okay.
Is it true you wore 2 different shoes on your first day on set?
Good Lord, yes. I should have mentioned this.
What happened?
Well, what happened? Okay, this is simple. I was getting dressed for my first day, and I was all like nervous.
Yeah.
It was the pandemic times,
Yeah.
so it was just a weird element also. And I was getting dressed, and I didn't know what shoes to wear, so I put on a white shoe, I put on a black shoe, and I looked in the mirror and I popped one leg out, and I looked in the mirror and I popped the other leg out. And I was like,
I do
think I'll
this.
go with okay. And I was like, I think I'll go with white, and then I wasn't sure, and I looked at the clock, and I was very late, and I didn't realize how late I was, and I freaked out. I tripped out, and I just went out the door like a fool. And I drove all the way to work, just speeding like a fool also. And then I get there, and I didn't realize until I stepped out of the car that I had on 2 shoes, and they were drastically different. Like white, black, different brands, just stood out as extremely different shoes. And I walked up to meet the cast for the first time. And I was so
this is a
self-conscious.
nightmare.
Yeah,
And
I
they
made
probably
a
thought you
video.
were cool.
You did.
I made a
thought it was
video
like
for
some
myself.
new thing.
just to help. And that's the thing. People thought I did it on purpose, and I should have ran with that.
I would have sold that. Yeah.
But immediately I was like, sorry, I put on different shoes. I don't know. I didn't mean. It was the worst.
Oh, that's so. Wait, have you released this video of the different shoes?
No.
Can you send us? You don't have to say it right now. Just think about it. If you want to send us just a screenshot of how different these shoes were,
I will.
We can include it in.
I will.
Well, I think from the questions and from the research, it seems like I am with also a fellow Midwesterner. Is this true?
Yes.
Where are you from?
Kansas City, baby.
That's right. That's right.
Where are you from?
I'm from Missouri.
What?
Missouri.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The fact that you said Missouri means you are from.
Oh, she is
I
from
know,
Missouri.
but it's so funny. I don't know if you say it like that, but then whenever you say it, people are like, "What?" So then I've just trained myself to say Missouri. But I was born in Columbia, but you're from Kansas City.
Oh, did you? Wait, yeah, I'm from Kansas City. Did you go to Missouri?
No, I didn't go to Mizzou.
Okay.
She went to Brown. Oh my God. We have
Well,
to talk
forgive
about
me.
it.
I
Are you
didn't
kidding?
realize.
She went
Scholar.
to Brown. No.
But I
Wow.
have so much family still there, and in Columbia and St. Louis and Chaffee, so Cape Girardeau area
nice.
too. Yeah.
That's so
But
cool.
would you go back?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I was born in Springfield, Missouri, so I kind of know about
yes,
that Missouri
yes,
mix. But I grew up in Kansas City. I go back all the time.
Amazing.
I'm reading right now that you grew up in the same neighborhood as, is this true? Paul Rudd, Jason Sudeikis, Rob Riggle, and Eric Stone Street?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
That neighborhood is just breeding
It's
actors.
nuts. Yeah, and Heidi Gardner also on SNL. We're all in the same area somehow, and like a few of us went to the same high school, different times. And then, but yeah, I went to the same elementary school as Paul Rudd, years apart, and we were in literally the same neighborhood at the one time. It's just crazy.
So you have
Wow.
a great Paul Rudd story. Can you tell it? This is one of
I
my
can.
favorite stories.
Oh gosh.
And
Build
it's
it up.
pretty. No, I'm not building it up. Listen, we have a lot of Taylor Swift fans listening.
Okay. That's
Okay.
true.
Wait,
That's
Paul
true.
Rudd and Taylor Swift?
Everything is connected in some weird way through Kansas City now. So we've been to the Super Bowl like multiple times in the last 5 years, and me and my best friend have gone every time.
Was this because ABC? Is that the time that ABC said, "Do you guys want to go to the Super Bowl?"
Yes, that's
Okay.
started it. And
Okay.
then we've been going ever since because Kansas City, I was a fan since I was a wee lad and like tiny, and we were bad for so many years. So now we're finally good, and I'm like, I gotta go. And so we went. And this one was, for this particular story, it was in Vegas, and it was 2 years ago, and we just won. And me and my buddy were trying to figure out, my best friend Alex, and we were trying to figure out where the official party is.
After party.
Yeah, where are the Chiefs players and everybody gonna be? Because like everybody was there. It's a Super Bowl, and so I hit up the Chiefs Connect that I have, and they didn't get back to me.
So rude. Fired.
Things were going on, I guess.
Blocked.
They won the big game, and so we were like, okay, I don't know, what should I reach out to Paul Rudd and see? And he
I
was-
love how you're just like, should I just reach out to Paul Rudd?
We'll get to why that's possible because
yes.
it's a charity
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
and it's super cool. Kansas City involved. But so I text him and I'm like, hey, Paul, like, where's everybody at? We want to celebrate the city and support the team. Like, this is, and he was like, oh, we're so and so hotel casino and just come through. And I was like, yes, we're on our way. So we go and we get to the lobby and there's like hundreds of people in the lobby. Hundreds of people just in the lobby trying to get into
Because
this
they
place.
know that the Chiefs are in there.
Not only that, it's roped off like in the lobby where
Okay.
the entrance of the players and the celebrities were going, and there's like security everywhere and like big old dudes just
Okay.
trying to keep people out. And so we were like, this is gonna be impossible. But we go up to the front and we're like, hey, I'm from Kansas City. My name's Anthony Hill, and my
They're
buddy.
like, who cares?
Yeah,
It's like
I
100
know.
Kansas City fans.
100 more than that, like crazy. And my buddy like chimed in. He's like, oh, he's on Grey's Anatomy, and the
Yeah.
guy's like, I don't care. I don't know who you are.
So rude,
Ruder
Anthony.
than rude. Like, it was so humbling. I don't know who you are. I don't care. Do you have credentials? And I was like, no, but, and he's like, get
have
out
Paul
of here.
Rudd?
And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, well, they asked me to come, and he was like, don't believe you. Good try though. Like, he said, good try.
Oh, no, that's so annoying.
Good try is crazy to
That's
hear.
amazing.
Yeah. And so anyway, I text Paul. I'm like, hey, we're outside. The guy doesn't like me. He told me to leave. So, and he's like, okay, where are you at? And I was like, well, we're out in the lobby, but there's hundreds of people out here. You shouldn't come out here, dude. Like, it's going to be chaos if you come out here. He's like, I'm on my way. And he comes out. And I see him by the little entrance, and I'm like trying to wave, and I'm in this mix, and I see him take a picture. And then I get a text, and it's like a crowd of people, and he's like, "Are you in there somewhere, dude? Where are you? I'll come find you." And I saw myself in the picture. I zoomed in, and I circled myself, and I sent it back to him. And then I see him get the text and look up, and I see him be like, and he comes across the lobby.
That's actually a genius way to find someone in the crowd, by the way.
Really
I'm very impressed.
Smooth move.
Okay.
And he comes across the lobby, and people start freaking out because it's Paul Rudd, and they're like yelling quotes from like Anchorman, and like people are trying to get selfies, and like they're trying to cross the barrier. Security comes over, and he's like, come on, Ed, come on. And I'm like, I can't get through. I don't know what. And he's like, come on. And security comes over, and they're like, is there a problem, Mr. Rudd? And he's like, yeah, there is a problem. And it's the same security guard.
Oh, yes.
And he goes, there is a problem. This is Anthony Hill. He's one of the stars of Grey's Anatomy. He's from Kansas City, and he's supposed to be in there with us. And the guy goes, I'm so sorry, Mr. Rudd. I'm so sorry. And he takes the barrier up, and he comes through, and he's like, I'm so sorry, Anthony. And I was like, it took everything in me.
You didn't say that, good try.
I wanted to be like, you should be sorry.
Such an opportunity to be like, good try.
But I was like, oh, it's cool. Yeah. I was like, so soft about it. Like I should have been. Yeah. That was my chance, you know. But anyway, they let us in, and we get the first thing we see, like Post Malone's on stage, and we're like in the front row, and Taylor's up there with Travis, and they're being all lovey, and like everybody. Patrick gets on the mic, Patrick Mahomes, and he's talking and like giving a hype speech. They got the trophy in there. Paul Rudd is pouring us a drink, and I'm just like, me and my buddy are just like, how the hell? This is phenomenal. And we just kind of toasted to the moment because that's how dope the moment was. And like,
did you get to talk to the team?
Oh yeah. I see Patrick every summer.
Them all.
So are you literally friends with some of this team?
I wouldn't say friends. I would say like acquaintances for sure. Like we see each other. It's all daps and the hugs and love and good conversations. Like
what about Taylor? Are you going to get an invite to the wedding? That's what I'm getting at.
The very, very back row nosebleed, maybe. No, I
would take the nosebleed.
Yeah, I think that's fine. That sounds like it.
Are you? That's the question. Are y'all good?
Are you
saying there's a chance?
There's a chance.
Well, we've talked. Jessica, maybe there's a chance. Me, only if I'm her +1 or your +1. Oh my God! Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, you're very welcome. We're gonna wear red. No,
yeah, great. Love it.
I think like every summer we do the Big Slick, and the Big Slick is a charity event for pediatric cancer, and it's like Children's Mercy Hospital is the hospital in Kansas City, and so all those guys that you just said are from Kansas City. Paul Rudd, Eric Stonestreet, Jason Sudeikis, David Koechner, and Rob Riggle all made this charity years ago, and it's just grown and grown and grown because they keep inviting their friends to come.
Yeah, Jessica, you should go because you're peds on Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, I would love to.
You gotta get her to go.
Yeah, everybody should go. Like it would be so fun.
Let's do it.
We're going.
They would love it. They would love me. I would look really cool if I brought like cast members from Grey's.
Let's do it.
But like we go visit the hospital and we talk to the nurses and staff. We talk to the kids, and then there's like a celebrity softball game where nobody's good, and you just kind of mess around.
Oh, well, that was my sport
and raise money.
So maybe you got a player. Maybe you got a player.
You and Patrick
Designated
Mahomes.
hitter, baby.
Wait, we'd be playing with Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah. Yo.
I can't do that.
We can do this. Yes, we
can. It's so crazy.
Yes, we can. But you also played football, right?
I played football, yeah.
In college.
Yeah, I played at Oklahoma State University.
It's not like he's a stranger to it, you know.
I played some ball. You know?
Athletic.
Yo, I made a play, and I got lifted in the air like after the play because we were celebrating, and I just hear, "You got a big dog, hey big dog," and I was like, "What in the world?" And somebody puts me down, and it's Patrick Mahomes.
No.
And he's like, "Bro, man, that's a hell of a throw." And I was like,
"Is there any part of you that's like, can I be on the team?"
I was like, I'm cool now. This is my. That was like the one moment where I was like, this is as close as I'm gonna be to like playing a sport with Pat Mahomes.
I love that.
Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff that can happen if you go to Big Slick. And we also have like a concert on Saturday nights, and like there's musicians and magicians and comedians, and
oh my God, this is amazing.
It's incredible. We sell out the Sprint Center, which is the Kansas City arena that's down there. T-Mobile Center now. And it's
do you have like a group chat with your Kansas City folks? I mean, I feel like you should all get on a group chat.
Yeah, no, the Big Slick chat. People are on there. We're in the mix, and we're trying to figure out who's going this year, what's going to happen. You know, it's just such a fun event, and it's like that's how I know Kelsey. That's how I know Mahomes. That's how I know a lot of the players.
Can we talk about Taylor really quick?
Now, do you go to Paul?
Wait, hang on. Jessica, I'm asking about Taylor Swift.
I'm sorry.
So you saw them together?
Yeah.
That's actually. No, I'm kidding. Were they like so romantic into each other the whole time?
Yes.
Oh my
It was
God.
beautiful. And like there was like a romantic light because it was in a club. So I don't know why, but it was like beautifully lit and I just like saw their
Of course they
silhouettes.
got, of course
It
they got
was
that light.
beautiful. I was
Listen,
like,
if
this is
I
amazing.
own a club and there's Kelsey and there's Taylor making out, I'm making sure there's lights specifically
Boom.
down on them.
For sure. A soft amber spotlight. Romantic, like Anthony said.
It's super romantic. But I went to the bathroom at one point, just kind of like in this surreal, like at that Super Bowl party, and Taylor was coming out of the bathroom, and I was like in this long hallway, and I was like, oh, what am I? I'm gonna say something. I should say. I didn't know what I was gonna say, but I was so excited, and I just get forced against the wall, and like her security, like all black, just forced me against the wall, and she moseyed by. She was on her phone. She didn't even realize, and it was just the most.
You got bug squished?
I got bug squished against the wall ruthlessly. No apologies. Nobody said anything.
He's
And I
not
was
there.
like,
He's not there to apologize to you.
it was rough, man.
He's there to keep,
It was like Secret
Taylor
Service
alive.
level.
Oh my God. I'm sure. I told you this was a good story.
Oh my gosh.
So great. The bug squish kind of makes it though.
Bug squish from Taylor's detail.
Yeah. Like there was like 8 dudes in this hallway. I was impressed with the detail.
Wow.
You know?
Can you imagine
No, I
going to the
can't
bathroom
imagine.
and having 8 people outside the bathroom
I don't
waiting
think that
to keep you
I would
safe
like
from
that.
Antony?
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Is that like a not well?
No, I'm sure. I'm not.
no,
Of
we don't
course.
even-
I don't
Of
know.
course.
No.
That's how she has to roll.
Yeah, for sure.
Man. It's just.
I'm going to ask you a question that is also ridiculous that
Okay.
the fans had. I read that you said that dogs and donuts can save the world. Is this true?
Oh my God. It is true, in my opinion.
Dogs and donuts.
Listen.
Does it have to be both at the same time?
Yes.
Explain.
Listen, there's nothing better than a dog. I'm sorry, because I know there's a lot of cat people in the Swift
Oh,
universe.
and yep.
And cats are great, but
Yep,
life
I
is about
do.
balance.
No, I love a dog. I'm not a
Okay.
cat person.
Oh, is this controversial or is this well known?
Who knows? I mean, I might. Well, I won't read the comments. It's
Okay,
fine.
okay. I mean, look, I think a dog is one of the most perfect animals because they're just so. I don't want to get into it. Okay,
Yeah.
but
Right,
they
right.
are-
You
Do you
love
have a
dogs.
dog?
Yes.
You do.
I don't have a dog.
Oh, you
as
don't?
weird
What?
as that is, I don't have
Why
a
did
dog
I think you had a rescue dog?
yet. Oh yeah, maybe you're thinking of like Nico and Alexis. They got
No,
rescue
I'm not
dogs.
because I got their rescues.
Oh
Yes.
Wait, y'all have sibling dogs?
They have sibling dogs, but I got my puppy, and then she sent me like right similar time. Like there's a brand new litter. No. It was around. I got my dog at Christmas, and then we hit hiatus, and she sent me a litter, and I sent it to the cast.
Oh yeah.
And then they went together and they got siblings. So I do know
That's
those two.
dope.
I know.
Okay.
I'm gonna start sending you puppies now.
You have to
Oh.
now. I mean,
Are you ready for a dog?
I am.
Okay.
Okay, where do the donuts come into it?
The donuts are just look. This is highly controversial.
Okay, go.
Because look, they're just not good for you. I know that, but I love donuts so much, and it's kind of just like I'm a connoisseur.
Really?
Okay, yeah.
Is there a specific donut place that you have to go to? Are you like, I can't do Dunkin', or you're like Dunkin's life?
Listen, I like
Krispy
Dunkin'. I
Kreme?
will never discriminate. Krispy Kreme is so delicious.
Better than Dunkin'.
I think so.
Oh,
Look, Dunkin' is good.
I
It's
smell a
hard-
Krispy Kreme collab.
I would be there
Paul
today.
Anthony Hill.
I've always I used to joke about wanting to do Krispy Kreme commercials because I never saw them, and I still don't.
I don't see them either.
It's weird, right? They don't have to advertise. That's how good
No,
they
it's
are.
word of mouth.
Word of mouth. Yeah.
The grassroots effort for Krispy Kreme.
I see
Yeah,
more,
man.
maybe because I'm on the East Coast, I see more Dunkin' than Crispy.
Yep. They're mostly out there. I mean, and
Yeah.
then like if you come West Coast, they start to change and fade into Krispy Kreme more, and so in the Midwest, little mixture.
It's exactly. It's like we're In and Out and Shake Shack used to be like, then they come sort of like everyone's moving towards the middle, then they'll just be everywhere.
Okay. If you're walking down the street and you're like, I need a donut, what is that donut store? Like you can go into wherever you want for that donut.
I mean, look, I'm partial to Krispy Kreme, but have you ever been to Sidecar Donut?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
Is that like a
Delicious.
franchise
Delicious.
or is that like
But
a
it's
special
like
place
a-
in LA?
Special place, but I think there's a few more popping up here and there. in the country.
But as special as it is, and I mean, like, there's like multi-ingredient type donuts, Camilla. They're like, they have a theme. They're a party and a donut.
Like, what do you
That's the
mean?
thing.
Give me an example.
You might
It's like a
have
dulce de leche
yes,
donut.
and then they might have some like bacon on that, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, interesting,
Oh.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll feel it
Didn't
out.
see that coming.
But the taste buds are having a party, my friend.
A little more gourmet.
Yes, yeah, they're a little
Or
fancy,
fancier.
a little
And you
fancy.
gotta be
might see a
careful
drizzle
because-
of gold.
Ooh.
You might catch that there, but you said you got to be careful. I'm curious.
Only because sometimes you get carried away and you go for the big and fancy. And the truth is, for me, that I really just want it glazed.
Simplicity.
You do? That's not what I'm going for.
Look, you can't
Oh,
go
really?
wrong with the glaze, though.
You can't go wrong with the glazed.
Well, what are you going for?
I'm going for a chocolate ice from Krispy Kreme because it's special to me.
Why is it special?
Nostalgia.
Oh, okay.
But also, it just never misses. They've had the same flavor profile for years and years and years. They haven't switched it up. And I appreciate that. Also, the texture is fire, but the flavors are hitting.
I tell you what donut I don't like. I cannot have a round donut with a center. I don't care what that center is. It can't be a jelly. It can't be a cream.
No, yeah, me
No,
neither.
it doesn't
Not
count
even-
to me as a donut.
Does
even
not
a
hit
custard.
right.
Definitely not a custard.
Definitely not a custard.
Get the out of
Hey,
here, custard.
forgive me. I'm just trying to be inclusive.
Absolutely not.
Okay,
That's
all right.
the worst center.
I don't know. It's debatable.
Really?
Yes, it depends on the day and the mood and the vibe and the season.
Which season is a custard?
Fall.
Oh, okay. All right. I could do a pumpkin donut, a cinnamon pumpkin.
Oh, gosh. Yes. The
Yeah,
pumpkin
all
spice
day.
latte girl we have here.
Okay, I love this question. You have said that your Grey's Anatomy character is not a great communicator. How are you different in real life in your personal relationships?
Oh, great question.
Yeah.
Who asked that? Gosh, that's deep, heavy.
Yeah.
In my personal relationships, I'm different because I actually learned early on in my life that communication is extremely important, or you're going to be finding yourself in some serious trouble. And I have actually learned from that and tried to build my relationships on honesty, communication, and openness. I really, truly have. I don't always succeed at that, but it's always an effort, and it's always like in my brain somewhere that I need to be upfront about this, or I need to communicate this more clearly. I oftentimes will fail at that, but there's an effort that's definitely there. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I think with Winston, it's not really even an effort. He just kind of will close down and decide, I don't want to face that or whatever it is, which I completely understand and can identify with, but gotta maturity kicks in somewhere, man. Come on now. And you gotta have conversations even if they're hard. And that's why I'm a little
Do you find
different.
yourself getting frustrated with the character sometimes where you're like,
Oh.
just say the thing?
Do you too with you?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's just like, dude, come on now.
Yeah.
Where's the growth? Where's
Yeah.
no work
Yeah.
is being done ever. You're just doing doctory stuff, I guess.
That's so interesting though, because my perception of, these hyper real shows is that they're usually doing the thing that the regular person doesn't dare to do. But it is maybe in the telling of being human, that's part of it, is that you're not always so bold. It's not
So
always
true.
like the post-it moment. It's not always the
Yeah.
post-it bows.
There were certain characters on the show
Pick
that
me.
did it right. And and it's a tough thing to live up to, but it makes you realize when the characters that are not doing it well, or
But I think it's sort of like a secret sauce to the show too, because if we were all great communicators, we would all be we would be telling that person, I love you. This is why
Yeah.
I'm acting this way, or I need to break up, or and so by us being kind of crappy communicators sometimes, like it adds to that tension that's like screaming at the TV again,
So true. I think it's necessary for the story. Good storytelling. you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure, for sure.
Could you see Winston being chief one day?
Ooh. One day.
Oh.
Cool question. One day, I would say not right now, but I would say one day would be interesting with a little touch of gray.
You just
A
want
sweater.
that desk.
Yeah, that's really all I want.
Yeah.
Like some spectacles and a
Yeah.
desk. Yeah, that's
I can see it too.
Can you?
Yeah.
Who do you talk to the most of the actors on set?
Ooh.
Who do you put your chair next to?
Okay. I mean, it's funny because me and Addie have so many scenes together
Yeah.
recently that's the chairs are just already next to each other. So we chat a lot, but I talk with Nico and Alexis a lot and the intern group.
Yeah.
Because you came in very similar time. So even though you weren't an intern, you were part of that.
Which is a little strange to see in like photos or whatever, because it's like, what? If you watch the show only. But I came in by myself.
Yeah.
And so that's why during the pandemic also, which is why it's like I didn't have a whole lot of friends because they couldn't, like, literally
we
by
had
rules.
to stay apart. We couldn't chat to each other.
Couldn't give you a hug, shake your hand, nothing.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so I was just kind of on this island for like a season and a half, 2 seasons, and then the interns came in and they lifted all the sanctions, and it just happened to be a time of like, you know, it just worked. The friendships worked in that way at that time. So yeah, it was an interesting experience for me. But
they're also so fun. Those interns
fun.
are fantastic. And it's hard not to.
I didn't get to work with them enough when I came back, but I really loved them all.
Yeah, they're so fun, and their energy that they bring outside of their characters too is just so refreshing and cool. Yeah.
Anthony, I talked about this moment on the last podcast where right before I did my first scene in the premiere, I literally, like seconds before I started the first scene, I questioned whether I could like find Jo. Like I got nervous that I like couldn't act anymore and like I wouldn't be able to find her. Mm-hmm. Do you have any of that when you take a hiatus and then you go back into the character?
Yeah, I do. I think Kim actually talked about this before. She's like, I don't remember how to act. Like that's what she said, and she was like joking. Yeah. But like low key, we were all like, yeah, that's a great fear that we all kind of have. And yeah, after a hiatus, it's like sometimes I worry about like memorization with medical terms and stuff. I'm like, should I be practicing this over the summer, because this is like a muscle that you need to be working out. Mm-hmm. And so it's usually it has to do with like medical jargons and scenarios. As far as character,
like, can you step back into Winston really easy?
I can.
Oh, you can. Yeah,
I can. I think. Because this is kind of a depth to this answer.
Okay,
I don't
go.
know if it's interesting, but because there's so much, because I came in as a love interest and they had literally like 3 words of description of adjectives to describe my character, I had to kind of fill in everything very quickly, and you guys know how that goes. And so I brought a lot to myself in the early times, and so now there are still, there's a percentage of myself that's involved with this character that's pretty close to the surface. So I can step into that. As far as the profession of Winston, that's the toughest thing. Okay, where are we? How does this look from the day to day? That type of a thing is so different from what we experience. So that kind of thing takes a little more work to just jump right back into, as far as where we are and the profession that he does and how he's a dominant professional with this subject and this.
Yes.
That's the tricky part, to make it look like you've been doing it for years, as opposed to playing an intern where you're just fumbling around sometimes and it's okay if you don't know it. So to look like you've been doing something for a very long time and it's just secondhand, that's tricky.
I've never experienced that, because Jo likes to just relearn something. Yeah. So I feel like she's never had, like, you guys do come in and you have that, like, I know everything, I'm an expert in my field, and she's been learning. So I've literally never had this experience.
Oh my gosh.
That's so interesting, which is a whole other challenge.
It is, but I do think this is harder. Like, sometimes I hear Katarina's, like, medical monologue, and I'm like, thank God.
Nuts.
Thank God it's not Jo.
Yeah. I sometimes I'm like, why can't I be an intern?
Yeah,
because
it's a lot.
I could just stumble through this.
Yeah, you get to stumble through everything.
Yeah.
By the way, just a glimpse into both of your futures. So when you have had the experience of being on a show like Grey's and you have to learn all the medical, you might find yourself one day in a situation like me, where you're playing a character that's not the doctor, but there are doctors in the scene. And without giving away anything from future episodes of 911 Nashville, I was in the room with someone who needed to be performing medical, and I was so grateful that I was not them, and they were sweating it. I mean, they had so many medical.
Brutal.
And my character's eyes happened to be closed during the scene, and I just was like, thank God this is not me.
You had flashbacks, though. I'm sure you were like, oh.
I did.
I've asked Jess before if she, like, kind of judges other people when they're doing the medical. She's like, a little bit.
Oh.
I do a little bit. Well, you know what? Because you can't know what you don't know yet. But the truth is, and I'm going to tell me if you agree, when you're new, you cannot wing it. Like exactly what you just said. If you're meant to look like you know what you're doing, then you have to know what you're doing. So I remember early days, not to sound like, show off here, but I remember pulling Peyton and Linda Klein aside and being like, can you guys help me practice this? Because I don't know what I'm doing and I don't want to look like I don't. And we talked about the most most common thing that the doctors do wrong on television shows, and evidently this happened, someone caught it on The Pit, and I thought, oh, that's like really not, I mean, I don't know, I feel like you could kind of get away with it on Grey's, but not on The Pit, the way that they shoot that show and how realistic and gritty it is the wearing your stethoscope backwards.
Oh, ooh,
this
huge faux pas. Can't have that.
Huge.
But I've done this before.
You probably still do it.
I probably still do it.
Yeah, you got to have the nose that's pointing with your nose.
Yes, but for some reason
People
it doesn't
do it wrong all
feel
the
like
time.
it should. Like to me, naturally, I don't know why it feels like it should be the other way.
Absolutely agree.
I agree with you.
Yeah, it's weird that we all are like, oh, this should be reversed, which is why it can happen. But you got to have the point going with the nose.
Did you have to go watch a real surgery before you started the show?
No, but I have since.
Oh, you have?
Oh, good.
What did you have to go see?
I didn't. I chose to just go see a few different things because
like you broke into a hospital and just went yourself.
Yeah, I just walked
on
in.
A whim.
It was like the Las Vegas lobby. He was getting into the party.
Paul Rudd actually let me into a surgery.
Oh, he was like, "Come in. You don't know who he is? He's on Grey's Anatomy."
Paul's just your concierge.
Yeah, always, everywhere.
Paul, I need some help with something.
Yeah,
I got you. Where are you? Takes a picture of the crowd. Yeah, so it was ortho, which is not.
Oh, interesting.
Specialty.
What did you watch?
I watched labrum being repaired, and then like
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's like the back cartilage of a shoulder, and then I saw colonoscopies, which was
No, you did not.
yeah. I'm not sure why I chose that. It was
You chose it?
well. They gave me
You
a
have a
little
list and you chose colonoscopy?
Well, here's the thing. The other one was really kind of boring.
Oh.
It was like a toe.
But isn't a
thing or something.
colonoscopy just a camera up the?
Pretty much, but let me tell you, that's really interesting.
What did you say? Sorry, I missed it.
The
Well,
camera.
a colonoscopy is a camera up your.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were okay with people being in there and watching, which is, I don't know if I would. Yeah. But everybody was just like telling me, stay in the corner and don't touch anything. Like they were not really
Like you're
happy.
going to run in and like try and do the probe
Like, what do you
yourself?
think I'm going to do? I don't understand any of this and I don't want to be near it. But it was actually very interesting. I learned a lot that day.
You did.
I did.
Tell us one thing that like was kind of interesting to you.
Well, it gets weird because we're talking about colonoscopies. So
But we're
Yeah.
doctors. Anthony. We're doctors, Anthony.
always drink the flush fluid that they give you before. Now, I told you it's going to get weird, and you wanted me to go on
No,
anyway
go
real.
on, ready.
because
It's
we're
real.
doctors. But that's literally what I learned. I was like, oh, that's crucial. If you
Because
don't,
there's like,
homeboy did not drink.
oh, he didn't do it.
No.
And what is the difference? There's like feces.
Oh, really? We're doing
It's
this?
ruthless.
Yes, I wanna
Listen,
know.
You don't know what happens
Why
if you
am I-
don't drink the
where am
flush
I?
juice?
Well, I
you
haven't
not
done
heard
it yet,
people talk
Jessica,
about
because
this?
I'm only 28.
Right, you're 28.
Yeah. It's like that. But there's like all kinds of stuff going on in there, colors and shapes and.
Yeah.
Wait,
Listen, I
like
wasn't prepared.
magnetiles.
Yeah. I just wasn't ready. And I wish somebody would have said, prepare yourself. But
Yeah.
they did not say that. So anyway, I saw some things that you can't unsee. Drink the flush fluid.
Wow.
If you have anything to pass on.
Those are the kind of pro tips we're bringing to call it what it is.
God damn right.
Well, we've run the gamut. We've yeah.
Even all of the show.
Also in ortho, it's really violent. I learned that. Like, they
Yes.
don't like it's like nuts what they're doing to your joints and stuff in there, and they're just sawing and twisting and.
Was there
flipping.
any point where you felt like a little faint, or do you think that you're so used to seeing us do surgery that it's like not?
You know what?
Like,
I was
takes it away a
concerned.
little bit.
I was concerned because the doctor was like, "Don't faint and don't touch anything," and I was like, "What? Those are the two things that you're telling me?" He's like, "People pass out all
Yes.
the time,"
I can see that.
and so I was like hyper vigilant to not pass out.
Yeah.
It was very. I didn't have the need to though. I was cool. I don't think it was because we fake it so much. I just think I had
You're
my mind
cool.
prepared. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the kind of, you're chill.
It was nuts to see though. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I did almost faint. I did but I had triple bypass open heart surgery.
A little different.
And they
yeah.
have to like burn through some of the fat and flesh, and that smell like it got me wobbly.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It was rough.
Yeah.
Okay, I read you have an idea for a clothing line. This is
Oh,
my last
gosh.
question. Can you tell us about it, and will you send it to us?
Look. It's a multifaceted idea, my friend.
Okay, tell me.
I mean, I don't know if I should talk about. Look, it's
Okay, never mind.
Maybe it needs to be under wrap.
I can give an idea. I have a really good idea.
Is it like tell us the vibe?
Don't give away your idea
Is it like
unless you're
sporty?
patented.
No, you don't have to tell us like show us the design. But is
not
it like
patented.
sporty or like
It is.
like preppy or what is it?
There's an artful quality. It's avant-garde. There's a way that it is like it's something you've never seen before that you'll wonder why you've never seen it before because it just works. Yeah.
Have we never seen it because it's terrible?
Maybe. I guess we'll find out. I'm going to get it done and we're going to see. I think it's objectively fire. I think it's a really cool idea and I would wear it. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Okay.
If you do this thing, will you send me and Jess, because we love free
Absolutely.
will you send it to us?
In whatever color you want.
Oh my God,
comes
there's
in
multiple
colors.
colors. Oh, I love
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Oh
Done.
my God, I love it. Okay, dogs, donuts,
Dogs,
the Midwest, Taylor
Yeah.
Swift,
Colonoscopies.
colonoscopies.
We've talked about Winston and Ndugu.
Ndugu. It
Ndugu,
means
yeah.
brother in Swahili.
Oh, it does? Is that,
Yeah.
do you say that on the show? I missed that.
No, I never said it on the show. I don't know why. That should be said.
That should be said.
There's
said.
African heritage there that is untapped, and we need to talk about it.
Okay.
Yes.
Ndugu.
Yes.
Winston and Ndugu, brother. Okay.
Brother.
Well, now I see why she talks about you.
I know.
You are
I told you.
charming and kind and interesting, and I'm so happy that you spent this time with us.
Yo, this has been a pleasure. This is a big deal.
It is. Thank you.
Honored, man. This is so fun. Thank you so much.
And
for
you
real.
guys, please tune into Grey's Anatomy this season.
Yes.
Anthony Winston has an incredible storyline. And we have some fantastic stuff I can't wait for you to miss. It is drama.
Drama.
I know that people think we probably just say that, but it really is.
Yeah, we do say that a lot, but it usually is correct.
Yes.
And this time
yeah.
it definitely
It's
is.
definitely
Whoa.
correct.
Oh, I don't think that Grey's ever disappoints when it comes to the level of
I know,
drama.
but some seasons are a little spicier, and this just feels like like every episode could almost be like mid-season finale. Like it's
I
just
agree.
really
that
high
kind.
stakes
I agree.
Love it.
in a lot of
Love
the
it.
episodes. All right, Anthony,
It's time.
it's time. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. It's time.
It's time. We're gonna call it.
Oh, okay. I thought something crazy was
No.
gonna.
Yeah, there's going to be like sparklers that come out of the ceiling.
Yeah, now we
Sparkly
do
sparklers.
sparklers. Yeah, we do the fireworks now, Anthony.
It's time to call it the end of the episode.